Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Amazon online home decor shop with me. Before we get into the new items that I found on Amazon, I wanted to let you know that the Calcatta Viola dish is back in stock. This dish is so beautiful and so popular, it's been sold out, so I wanted to update you before we get into the video. I did mention over on Instagram and on the community tab when it came back in stock, but I figured I would mention it one more time just in case you missed those. This is a closer look at it. It's so beautiful. One of my favorite Amazon pieces I have ever purchased. I will make sure it is linked down below. Let's get into this Amazon online home decor shop with me. I found quite a few new items that I'm super excited to talk about. You guys, I feel a shift in my home decor style. I've been talking about this the past few videos. It's been really fun because I've been able to find new decor pieces to share and fun items that are a little bit different that I didn't normally go after before. And I think quite a few of you are also recognizing it because you're mentioning it. Anyway, I have updated my spring decor list within my Amazon storefront with so many new items. As you guys know, lately I've been super into adding kind of that rattan, bamboo, British colonial touch to my decor. I just feel like this was a texture that was missing to help elevate my space and make it feel a little bit more intentional, a little bit more professionally designed, I guess is the best way that I can describe it. And I just have been loving the way that this looks. So one item that I added in this spring decor list are these bar stools, these natural brown, like rattan style bar stools. I think that these are so elevated. Recently, I went to a new restaurant in the Phoenix area called the Global Ambassador with some friends. I noticed that they also use this rattan texture mixed with old world materials like marble, unlacquered brass. Then they had a mixture of this in there and it just looked absolutely breathtaking. It made me more confident about adding this texture to my style, to my home, to my decor, because seeing it fully done and fully complete at that restaurant just solidified what I was going for. Also in my springboard, I added 2 different dining chairs. Now I think you could use these for both indoor or outdoor, but again, that restaurant at the Global Ambassador, it was the restaurant upstairs called Thea, really inspired me so much in so many different ways. It's actually a Mediterranean restaurant, but they had like this French Mediterranean vibe going on with it, and they had very similar chairs to both of these. I felt like I could see the whole picture of what I was going for in my home, and I had to add these to my board. Now, right now, they're not something I can buy and add to my decor because I don't have the space for them, but in a future home, I can definitely see these, especially in like an outdoor dining situation. These are so good. This piece is a little bit more pricey, but I have been after these like terracotta olive jugs with the glaze and the matte terracotta texture. I found this one on Amazon. It is the most vintage looking one that I've seen, since I still regret not getting the one from Home Goods. That's all right. I will get them. I will find them. A few of you were telling me about Olive Atelier, which we're actually gonna, I think, go to California this summer. So maybe I'll hold off until then. But I did find this one on Amazon. A little bit more pricey, but definitely looks very, very nice. Another way that my decor style has been shifting is really adding in a little bit more of that traditional style. I found these little stools. I have them here in my cart in this like pinstripe cushion on top mixed with the black iron legs, and then it's wrapped in the twine. And I just think that this adds so much elegance to any space. But I also have them in my spring decor list with just a plain white cushion. So if you're not into the stripe, the plain white cushion looks so timeless, something I feel like you would have forever. Now, I think I have spring and summer on my mind because looking through my board, I have so many like spring, summer textures in here. For instance, I have these Park Hill candles. These candles, I have one right now. It's, I think it's called Back Patio or Back Porch or something like that. These smell incredible. They just fill the space with aroma. Absolutely beautiful. I love these. So right now in my list, I believe this is the lemon one. Let me double check. Homemade lemonade. I love lemon scent in the spring, summertime. A few years ago, I would get the wallflowers from Bath & Body Works in the scent limoncello. Oh my gosh, that scent smells so good, so good. Another item that I am eyeing lately are these little bud vases. They say something. Anyway, I think these are beautiful. I think having these on a table, like a summery table mixed with rattans, bamboos, and then this hand-blown glass vase, I think, or bud vase would be just a beautiful little touch to an outside dinner. But even in your home, like anywhere in your home is really pretty too. I think having this type of glass, that's that green hand-blown glass for the summer, just adds a little bit of color. It adds a little bit of that like organic vibe, and I really do love these. I actually already owned these, and then I gave them to my friend because I was purging. Be careful when you're purging because you might purge something that you later on want back and then you got to repurchase it. There's so many times I'll go back and just look at videos and I will wonder, oh, what did I do with that? Or where did I put that? Oh, I must have donated it or given it to a friend or whatnot. That's exactly what I did with these vases. These are the most, they just sparkle. If you put a little votive in there, they have the most elegant sparkle to them. Also, you could use these as a flower vase as well. With the ribbed side, they're like tall, they're beautiful. I really do love these. I added quite a few bamboo and rattan style items in this list. I have some napkin rings, a few different styles that just caught my attention. These black and natural with this beautiful print. I just thought that these were really, really beautiful. These wood rings, I've seen these in person and they look really, really nice on like a summery type table. Very, very beautiful, especially on a linen napkin. So pretty. If you're not really into too much of a different texture, I also put in these just rattan single like tone on tone napkin rings that I think are super timeless, something you would have for ever. I really, really like these. But then also lately I've been into adding silver to my home. I have found silver to be such a beautiful texture. It really adds a sense of elegance that is different from a lot of the other textures that I use. For instance, when I bring in brass, it feels a little bit more, what's the word? It feels a little more patinaed and down to earth, for lack of a better word. But bringing in silver feels a little more buttoned up and polished and a little bit more elegant. And I do like to mix in that texture recently. I think that it really does make my home feel a little more grown up and something I've really been adoring in my home lately. That being said, I added this mint julep cup to my cart or my list. I love these as a vase on a bedside table. They just add this beautiful touch to the room. And I just think that they're so beautiful. I also really love them obviously for cocktails. Now this specific one, the Twine brand, I think is a really beautiful brand and I've seen this brand before. A little bit more pricey per glass, but definitely a piece that you would have for a long time. You can use them for a cocktail glass, you can use them for a vase, a little bud vase. You can use these for so many different reasons, a pencil cup, whatever. And that's the way I like to think of it, is if I can use it in multiple different ways, it makes the splurge a little bit more doable. This set of 6 Votive Lanterns is a bit pricey. I was actually very shocked at how pricey this was. However, I think that if you took care of these really, really well, these are such a timeless piece that you can bring out every spring and summer, and I think it will always go with your decor. Really being picky about the items that you bring in your home and really thinking, is this something I'm gonna like for a long time? Or is this something that's a little bit more trendy? I think is really gonna help, at least for me, with our shopping habits. It's gonna make it not so bad to invest because you know you're gonna have these pieces for so long. And that's why I added these to this board, because I knew that these are something you would have forever. You really would have these forever. You can use them for so many different areas. You don't just have to use them for outside. You can bring this texture in all throughout your home, all throughout the year. And I loved these. I thought that they were so beautiful. Another item kind of just doesn't, it's nothing major, but I feel like this is something I need for my home. Maybe you do too. These square napkin trays. I really like these two styles that I have in here. Again, they're that rattan. This one in particular, this more of a tighter woven. I talked about this before, but this specific woven type I have seen in very high-end decor stores, and it really does elevate. It's like not so loose and organic, it's very polished, which I do love that style as well. Also in that exact same style is this tissue box cover, which I think is really pretty to bring out. I've shared an alabaster one in a past video and a marble one, but you could take those out, put them away, and put this one out for like spring, summertime, and it just mixes up the textures that you have in your home. Oh, I really, really like these rattan. I have so much rattan. I am so sorry. I'm super into it right now. I just love, I think it's because it's a texture I didn't have a lot of in my home, and it's the texture that's really capturing my eye the most right now. But these Salt&Pepper Shakers are so adorable, and I think having these out on a tablescape is just darling. Next in this board is this flatware with the bamboo handle, and I gotta say, I think everyone needs bamboo handled flatware in their collection. It adds so much elegance to a tablescape, especially in the spring and summer. I absolutely love having these in my collection. Now, most of my friends, they either love spring or fall. I swear I'm the only one of all my friends that like lives for summer. I love summertime. I think summertime just carries so many amazing memories. Oftentimes that's when we go on vacations. That's when we go out, especially being grown up in the Pacific Northwest, we lived for summertime to come. Like that summertime was just, you wait all year for that time. So I have so many memories attached to the summertime, and that's why I think I love this flatware so much. Now, living in Arizona, we have a lot of summer. However, I just think having these different pieces in your collection and these different vibes and it's just so fun to be able to play with all these different materials and textures. I had to mention these. I think that this is such a beautiful set that you could add to your decor. Okay, there's two picture frames, and I don't mention picture frames a ton. I do from time to time, but both of these I thought were really beautiful. First is this beige striped marble frame. I just really liked the way that this looked. Very different than, what I normally see, and something very beautiful. I love a marble anything really, but a marble picture frame. I think it's really beautiful. And then also this seagrass frame. I just loved this. I think if you were the type of person who swaps out your decor a lot, you could bring this out for spring, summertime. But honestly, I think that this is just so pretty. You could put a spring, summer picture in here and really kind of give it that whole vibe with the photo. I think that that would also be really beautiful. Next in this board is this all-in-one entertaining basket set. This is really cool. I think that this would make a really good housewarming gift or birthday gift or whatever, someone who loves decor. But also, I think it's really nice to have sets like this sometimes when you want to take the thinking out and you have a set that you can just put your stuff on, set it out, you're good to go. This is really beautiful. It comes with one big square seagrass basket, two smaller ones, and a little cutting board. So you can fill it with bread or crackers. On the cutting board, you could put your cheeses, different things like that, or whatever else. You could put napkins in there. You could use this as decor. You could split it up completely and use these as coffee table decor, whatever. Such a good piece and such a good price. Another cute little housewarming gift or gift for yourself is this little marble salt cellar. It's white marble with a gold spoon that just sits across the top. You can pick it up, grab your salt, put your salt on your dish, put it back. I thought that this was adorable. I've noticed this quite a few different times when I was looking on Amazon, and finally I was like, okay, fine, you want me to mention you, so I'm gonna put it in my cart. All right, moving on, I have these Gingham green and white set of 4 napkins. These look like incredible quality. They are in the most beautiful green color, just very timeless, very, you know, there's some colors that when you see it, you're like, oh, that is right. That is the right green. That's how I feel about these. This aged terracotta little birdhouse is absolutely adorable. I was swooning over this little piece. I thought, where could I put this on my back patio? It's so sweet. I love it. So cute. It's so cute. I love that it's in this aged terracotta. I just think it feels so old world. Absolutely adorable, and something I would just be smitten over on my back patio. Also in this board, I added these candle lanterns. The reason why I added these is lately I've noticed a lot of outdoor spaces with hardwired lighting. So pendant lights, chandeliers, things like that. I really love, a lot of the times, you know, we're trying to bring the outdoors inside our home, but I think it's also important to sometimes bring the inside out, like the pendant lights or rugs or throw pillows, throw blankets, things like that. Also, things like the pendants or these, if you are like me and you can't hardwire lighting, this is such a great option to add that ambiance to your outdoor space and just elevate it a little bit more. Next in this board are these cotton cocktail napkins. They come on a roll. I think they're disposable. You can just tear them off. But I love these because it gives that experience. And sometimes these just come in handy. And I thought that they were really beautiful and such a good idea for entertaining. Next in this board, I added these fork and knife spreader set. I love these because they add an element of glam in such a sophisticated way. So not too long ago, my decor style was more rustic glam, I would say. And I grew out of that style rather quickly, and I think it's because I was trying to achieve a glam look, but I wasn't doing it in an elevated way. This is in an elevated way, and I've realized adding silver and cut crystal is the elevated way to add that glam to my space that feels a little bit more grown up, a little bit more mature, and like what I was trying to go for. Anyway, I think that this is the perfect way to add that glam touch to a space. I found quite a few pots that I really love. Now these have been in my outdoor board for a while, but I started to add them in this board because I found a few different ones that I really love. Like this very traditional type terracotta style vase. It's in this gray tone, which I think gray and black for the outdoors can really feel elevated. I really loved these. I also love these seagrass baskets with, they look a little bit more like a bowl with a pedestal. Gorgeous. I love those. You could even put a plant in that. It'll look so pretty. And then this other terracotta vase in the gray tone with the scalloped edges. Very, very sweet. And then I did also find this one terracotta pot in that gray tone with the pedestal. Stunning. And then these black set of 6 mini pots I thought were just so cute. These would be so pretty just down the center of a coffee table outside or center of a dining table with some fresh herbs. So, so good. Ooh, and this one too with, it's like a mixture of like a traditional shape with a scallop a little bit. Very, very pretty. Oh, I have so much more. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna be able to mention everything, but this whole list and my Amazon storefront will be linked down below so you can go dig in there. I've been adding tons and tons. But one item I wanted to mention, well actually 2, these stoneware stools. I have been after items lately that have a little bit more visual interest to them, that feel a little bit more like an artist made them, trying to find things that feel a little bit more modern. I don't know if that's the right word, a little bit more contemporary. I've talked about this a little bit, and I'm really finding that that's really what's helping my style find balance. These 2 sculptured stoneware side tables, I think are the perfect example of that. The first one I will put on the screen here. I love this one. It's kind of actually toned down a little bit. I like how this looks like an old world column in a way, but then I also love this other one. It has like just two different shapes going on with it. It kind of has like a top shape and then it kind of curves. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's like a modern take on a column, I would say. And I just think outside these would be so beautiful. And again, just elevate a space. You could even put these inside in a bathroom. I think that these are absolutely beautiful. I love those. I've mentioned this quite a bit recently, but I've been trying to add more pattern to my home. Add the pattern that really complements my home, which is stripes. I do love floral too, like very subtle floral. And I do love plaid. I think plaid is really pretty, but the one that I think stands out the most with my decor style is like ticking stripe, pinstripe, anything like stripe. It's just really looking good. You know what started it actually is those binoculars, the opera glasses. Once I brought those in, it all like made sense to me. I was like, oh, that's what my decor is missing, is stripes. I have added so many different striped objects in this board, but it really has elevated my home. I really think so. So first is this small little bud vase. It's in like this cream and black stripe. I got one recently from Kohl's. I showed it over on Instagram. So beautiful. But this one, I actually like that the white is a little bit more cream. It's a little bit softer. As you guys know, I don't love like stark black and stark white mixed together. It's just too much contrast. I like it to be like a creamy white and black, or creamy white and really dark brown. Stunning, so pretty. It's just a little bit softer. It feels a little bit more elevated to me in my eye, but I love this vase. I want this. I think it'd be so pretty in my home. And then other stripe items in here, I have this cutting board that is a horizontal stripe. It's in this beige and white, but then I also put this horizontal cutting board, cheese board, in this black and white marble, which is so pretty. I'm loving these. I don't know why. And then the last one that I'll mention is another one, but it has curved edges. So it's like more of like a pill shape or like an oval. Gorgeous. I think that these are so pretty. I don't know like what has taken me so long to figure out this pattern in my home, but love. I thought these fans would be such a good experience to add to my outdoor space or like a back patio. Having these just on hand, if it's hot outside, just being able to fan yourself or give your guests a fan or put it in your guest's bedroom. Such like a beautiful way to bring experience to someone. It's just like those little touches that oftentimes we think don't really matter, but they do. Imagine like those special touches that have stood out to you. Doing that for your guests or even yourself is so fun. It's so fun. Two vases that I want to mention. One is a little bit taller and one's a little bit shorter. They're the exact same vase, just the sizing is a little bit different. It's this very organically shaped vase. Again, with I really do feel like I'm going through a growth spurt in my style and realizing it's these sort of things, these sculptural pieces that elevate a home in such an artistic way. And I feel like it's been so fun to feel myself grow. And you know when you like go shopping and you bring something in your home and you're like, oh, that's what was missing. That's how I feel with pieces like this. This rattan hand-woven side bench. First of all, I think it's a really good price. But again, with that texture, adding it into a space, I love it. I think that it's absolutely stunning. This would be so pretty at the end of a bed, under a window, really in an entry. You could put this in so many different places. You could also get a pillow and put it on top. I love this piece. I think it's so beautiful. It's in this like natural color with black accents. Beautiful. A couple outdoor items that I wanted to mention in this video. I have a couple lounge chairs. Now, I cannot wait to have a home where I can have a lounge chair, sit outside, read a book, just be in the breeze, and I cannot wait for that. So I found two different ones I'm gonna mention in this video. One is this natural wood. It has the wheel, which feels really old world. I love that it has this little table that you can pull out from underneath and be able to sit your drink down, your book down, your phone, but also they feel very, very elevated. They come in lots of different colorways. You could get your cushions in different colors. You could get the wood in like a natural tone. They have a black one. Gorgeous. I think that these are absolutely beautiful, and honestly, for the price, I think they're a great, great price. I mean, outdoor furniture is so insanely expensive, but these are rather decently priced in my opinion. Let me make sure it's the full chair now that I'm starting to think about it. Yeah, it's the full chair. Okay, yeah, these are a great price. They come in so many different colors. I love the black and beige. They come in a gray and white. They have different, you know, colorways. They have so many. So check those out, especially if you have like a pool area, or even if you don't, you want loungers for your backyard. So pretty. I also wanted to mention these other ones. They have quite the curvature going on with them, but what's super cool about these ones is they're foldable. So if you have a smaller space outside, or you want to be able to store these away really well, or, you know, be able to store these away and them not take up too much space, you might be interested in these. These are so cool, and they fold, which I just think is brilliant, especially for such a large piece of furniture like this. So cool. Had to mention those. All right, you guys, those are my picks for my recent finds that I found on Amazon. I feel like those are, I say this every time, but I really feel like some of those in there are some of my favorites because, as I mentioned in this video, I really feel like I am growing. I'm going through a growth spurt in my style and evolving in the textures and tones that I'm bringing into my home. So it's been really fun to update you guys more frequently with these Amazon Shop With Me's and be able to share the items with you, and it's just really, really cool. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Let me know which item was your favorite. As always, everything is linked down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in a couple days with another. Bye.
I would say we were good together.